What's up, guys, and welcome back to another trading video. It's not going to be a trading review. I'm going to talk about some um it's not unrelated to trading, definitely not, but it's not so technical. It's more emotions and the human aspect of trading, not psychology or somewhat, but like self-development and stuff like that. So if you're not feeling for that, just pass on, check another video. So the basic three topics that I'm going to talk about is how I feel that trading is somewhat lonely, um, why I think it's lonely, and if it's good or bad, and if it's just a phase, and what I can do to improve on it. And if you have any like suggestions, please leave them. I'll take any advice that you have. So basically, I've been very recently, I think, I've been feeling that trading is lonely because trading is basically lonely because you have to figure out your own shit, so to say. There's a lot of gurus and there's a lot of different patterns that work for different people. But you have to find your own kind of niche and what works out for you. And the road to doing that is lonely because it's only you that can find it. You can take help from others to watch what they're doing and stuff like that, but the road to finding out what fits you can only be done by yourself. And I think that's the main thing that I've been frustrated for um, quite some while, or not a quite for some time, I think, because I've been in the challenge with Sykes for 1 year now, and when you join it, you think you're all like hysteric. You like see all the glory, everything, like, oh my god, I'm going to be like Roland Wolf in 1 year or Steven Ducks and stuff like that. And I think the main thing that I have to remember myself is to zoom out. I haven't been trading with Real Capital for a long time. It's basically been like 2 months, or is it even that? Let's see when the first real trade was. Um, yeah, so basically almost 2 months, like one and a half. Um, so yeah, I'm really early in my trading career since I have been since I haven't been trading with Real Capital, but I feel that I have like busted my ass off to. I've been paper trading, I've been studying my ass off, and still I'm not getting the results that I want. But you know, I'm somewhat conflicted, to say the least, because I somewhat found the strategy that I seem to be consistent of, but I've been doing my like 2 trades. Um, but it's basically just me being confused and frustrated. But it's hopefully just a phase, or it is a phase. I'm going to determine that it is. And I think one thing that makes me like adds on to this frustration is that in a normal case, I'm a really social guy. I don't like being alone so much. I like speaking. I like talking to other people. Like I'm really a social guy. So I think one of the main things that are going to be a big factor in my trading is to find a balance of being to make this profession somewhat social, more social, and like Stocks to Trade Pro, where Tim Bowen is sure it's a good alternative, but his his approach on things like I love what he does and with the podcast and everything, but his trading style doesn't fit me. That's not my personality, and I would love to like work with them and to be able to speak, um, to like teach and stuff, because that's one of my main goals with trading. I want to become like successful so that I can teach other people, like, or guide them. Because I felt the like through my journey I've been somewhat of my own. Like, with sites and all that, the material is there, and you have these live webinars, but you still feel kind of left on by your own. Um, I don't know how to explain it really, but I think I just leave it there. But I've been feeling somewhat alone, and I gotta figure out a way to become more social and connect with other people, to I don't know, feel better. And I think I have this ideal view of where I have to become rich or become successful in trading before like reaching out and saying, hey, I know my shit. And I think that's very true, to get like to earn respect and stuff like that. So that's one of my main motivations to become successful, so that I can start becoming more social within this profession, in regards of teaching others and like bound or like talking about different tickers, ideas, stuff like that. Now I cleared that out of my chest, which was really nice. I'm going to talk about what my plan for the near future are, or my near future is, in form of strategy wise and my motivation, how to keep up the motivation. I've just briefly touched on that with the teaching thing. But as I said before, I found somewhat of a consistent pattern. I like shorting gap ups with warrants or gap ups with ATMs. Something in the filings that just clicks to me. I understand the human nature and the human mentality of how these guys did this offering. So, and unless I find anything else but that, I'm actually going to try to focus in on the long setups, because I very recently bought Steven's Ducks, his DVD, and like he truly recommends going long before you grow up your account of at least like 30 or 10 to 30,000 bucks, and I'm way back below that. And I truly see what he means, because if I look into my profit and losses, unless I'm really like secure with my trading setup, which I am kind of with this one, you'll see that I made a good amount of trades, and not until this like big trade could I become like somewhat of break even due to all the commissions and the borrow fees. And even though they're low, unless you have like really good strategy, that you're secure of is going to work like 90% of the time, then you should not like try to focus in on this as you have a small account. So I'm actually going to try to focus in on this long patterns, to be able to cut down my commissions, so that I can grow my account faster. And as with any new strategy, it's really tricky to know and to get a feel for it. So, but I'm going to try to increase the speed, because now I've been tracking some stuff. I've been getting a feel for how to do it, what to do it, and I also really like how Steven talks and explains, because he doesn't even just talk about like the statistics and when this happened you did this. He talks very much about the mentality behind uh, the process, or indirectly he basically says, he explains why the setups works. You just have to have that in mind and to read through the lines of what he's saying to understand like the mentality of his thesis for the specific trading setup. Um, and to end off, I just wanna briefly touch on what motivates me. So I before talked about the social aspect, and that is really a key aspect that I wanna work on and keep on reminding myself that this is one of my key motivations to keep on doing this, because I think I'm like a natural. I could have become a really natural teacher, like in school and stuff like that, but that's not the way I want to take it. I like my core happiness is when I see other people getting stuff. Like I've been training some people like in the gym or running and stuff like that, and when they start to see results, that's what really triggers me or like makes me happy. I'm somewhat like Bowen that gets excited when other people get his ideas and makes a good trade. So yeah, that's my key motivation, and of course, money has some motivation as well. But I have a passion for trading. I just have to keep reminding myself that there was a very good reason why I started this journey. Um, because I felt trading was a really like fun thing to do, and it's a big puzzle. But when you figure it out and when you figure out the strategy, it's like so freaking funny. Like not funny, but it's like so nice. It's like so good. So yeah, guys, this has been just a briefly recap, basically on my emotional part of my trading journey as of right now. Um, if you have any questions, if you want to reach out to me, please do so. Feel free to, I don't know, submit any questions. Um, I'd love to help you guys, even though I'm not like professional or even up that much. If you want a spreadsheet or anything, just we can figure it out. Peace, guys.